Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're actually going over 7 money traps that I think you should definitely avoid if you're trying to get a better handle on your money, all right? Especially if in your early 20s or even your 30s, you definitely want to avoid all of these. It's just that the earlier you avoid these, the better off you're going to be in the long run. Now, before we carry on, guys, if you do like the video, if you enjoy the content, please smash the like button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. It just lets YouTube know that you like this video and maybe they should show it to other people because they might like it too. So smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, turn on your notifications just so you get notified every time I put up a new video. So the first one that you're definitely going to want to avoid falling into is one you've probably heard a lot, and that's avoiding buying new cars or flashy, expensive cars, especially if you're going to finance it or lease them out, right? Because essentially you're financing at high interest more often than not. You're financing a depreciating asset. And what I mean by that is, for most cars that you buy, or all cars that you buy, as soon as you drive that thing off the lot, it's already worth a lot less than what you bought it for, right? In the first year alone, you're going to lose around 30% value in that car. And then after a couple of years, 3 to 4 years, you're going to lose at least half the value of that car, right? So avoid buying flashy cars or new cars, okay? Especially if you're someone that's just starting to build up your wealth and starting to build money, because you can actually use that money, buy a secondhand car, buy a used car that's just enough to get you from A to B while you spend your money on things that's actually going to build your wealth. Right, so and also this one's quite popular because most people buy new flashy cars for the simple reason of trying to impress others, right? You just want to look cool when you're at the traffic lights, or look cool on your Instagram. But really, guys, the truth is no one cares, right? No one cares what car you're driving. It's gonna look nice for the first, maybe, the first time they see you, but after that, they're gonna move on with their life, and you're gonna be stuck with that monthly payment, right? So avoid buying new flashy cars. That's the first money trap you want to avoid. Now, for the second money trap that you actually want to be avoiding is payday loans, right? Now, I don't know, in New Zealand especially, this is quite common because there are so many of these payday loans organizations out there, and you hear them so often on the radio, right? They're always saying, come to us, credit checks, blah, blah, blah. There's a reason why there's no credit checks, right? Because they're targeting those people who are desperate and don't feel like they have nowhere else to go, right? The problem with these loans is that what they don't tell you is the high interest rate that you're going to be getting, the high interest rate that you're going to be paying, anywhere from 25 to 30%. Heck, I've even heard of loans that go up to 75% interest rate, which is just insane, right? It's ridiculous, really, right? Now, they will, of course, advertise that, loans anywhere from about 9 to 12%, 9 to 15%, which is kind of in line with your personal loan and in line with your credit card. But the thing is, that is reserved for those with good credit, right? For people that actually have really good credit. Now, if you're in a situation where you have to turn to a payday loan, or basically I like to think of this as loan sharks, you're most likely not going to have good credit, right? They're not. The truth is, majority of people that are going to go there don't have good credit. So guys, avoid that. Avoid that payday loan. No matter how desperate it gets, there's always another option, right? You can always try to consolidate your loan with your bank, right? Or this is the importance of having an emergency fund in place, but you want to avoid these payday loans at all costs because it will set you back quite a bit, especially once they start handing out those high interest payments. So guys, avoid payday loans. They are going to set you back a lot more than you think, right? That you might think that they're actually there to help you, but those interest loans, they are making so much money off you. So avoid these at all costs. Money trap number 3, and that is spending way too much money when you go out, right? Now, obviously if you're in your 20s and you want to go out and you want to have a good time, you're probably either studying and sort of working part-time. And the thing is, when you go out, and look, I've been guilty of this as well. I'm still guilty of this sometimes as well. But the thing is, once you get that social lubricant going, once you have a few drinks, you start feeling really good. Even if you go out with a budget in mind, more often than not, 9 times out of 10, I'd say, you get really drunk and you start feeling like you're in a generous mood, and you just start shouting everybody drinks, right? I've definitely been in that situation. So I'm speaking from experience. You want to definitely avoid going out and spending too much money going out, okay? And here's the reason why, right? So let's just say on average, the 20-year-old that likes to go out, and it's not far-fetched to say that they go out every single weekend, right? Now, every single weekend, let's just say you spend $100. And I know more often than not, you're probably spending a lot more than just $100 most nights that you can go out, right? But let's just say for the sake of the example that you're spending $100 every weekend that you go out, right? So that's $400 a month that you're actually spending out at the bar or at the restaurant or at a night out with your friends. That's a lot more expensive than what you think. Now let's just say you take that same $400 per month that you're spending on your night out and spending on having fun, and then you actually invest that money. Let's just say you're a responsible young adult and every month you take that $400 and you actually invest it into a market. You buy an index, right? A broad market index, which let's assume that broad market index is going to bring you back 8% annually per year, right? And you do that for the next 40 years, right? You just constantly, you go in, no matter what the price of the market is, you put that $400 that you would have spent out, but you actually invest that money. So but at the end of that 400 years, assuming that your money, you get an 8% annual return on your money compounded, that $400 a month will actually end up being around $1.2 to $1.3 million, right? Now, really think about it that way, right? That $400 that you are now burning in the clubs, making it rain, that's a pretty expensive night out. You're costing yourself potentially millions of dollars in retirement by burning and wasting that money. Now, to take that example one step further, right? Now, let's just say you do this all throughout your 20s, right? From 20 to 30, for 10 years, you do this, you go out, you spend that $100 every weekend, and then you finally decide in your 30s, you know what? I'm gonna be responsible now, I'm gonna start investing. So let's just say then you start 10 years later, right? You take that same $400 and start investing into the market now. Same assumptions, right? $400 every month for the next 30 years now, right? Because you started 10 years later. So $400 every month, you get an 8% annual return. Now, because you started 10 years later, your retirement return, now instead of that $1.3 million that you would have gotten if you had started earlier, you're now only left with roughly about only $500,000, right? So you've essentially lost out on $500,000 by starting late. And that's why it's important to get on top of these money traps and stay away from them early, right? And that's also the cost of you kind of partying it out through your 20s. So the point I'm trying to make here now is get on top of it early, because with investing, it's really, time is your friend. Time in the market will always be trying to time the market, right? So get on top of that one, get your fine. Look, I'm not saying don't go out, all right? Because I like to go out every now and then as well. I like to go out with my family. I like to go out with my friends. I like to catch up with them, but be reasonable, right? Now, and also think of the opportunity cost that that's happening every time you go out and you're spending that money every single weekend. So now that you know the potential amount of money that you could be costing yourself, hopefully you can learn from that, and hopefully you start investing today. Now on to the next money trap that you want to avoid, and that's not investing into smashing the like button. Now guys, if you're getting any value out of this video so far, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. If not, just like the video if you're liking the video. Again, it helps out a bunch with the YouTube algorithm, and it just helps get this video in front of more people, and hopefully they can learn something from it as well. So if you're getting some value so far, don't forget to like the video, and let's get back into the next one. And this time without any jokes, the next one that you do want to avoid is speculative investment. Due to the lockdowns and everything, a lot more people had more time on their hands to start looking into things and start learning different things, and investing and the stock market was probably one of the things that really took up a lot of people's time, right? Now, what also came with that is a lot of people speculating and a lot more people now gambling into the markets, right? Case in point, with all the hype around the cryptocurrencies and the hot stocks that are coming out right now, there are a lot of people that are actually going around putting their money into things that they heard, this from, and heard from this person that it's going to go up. But if you really ask them, what's going on here? Why is this going to go up? All you're going to get is it's because this sucker's going up, okay? That's what they say. That's usually the answer. I mean, for example, I went to my barber recently and we were talking, and one of the first things he asked me about was cryptocurrencies, right? And he said, what are your thoughts on crypto? We had a little chat, and then I asked him, I was like, why are you asking about cryptocurrency? Are you, looking to get into it or something? He said, no, I'm not interested at all. It's just that every person that I've cut their hair over the last couple of weeks, it feels like almost everybody just wanted to come to him and start telling them about this new hot cryptocurrency that's going around, telling them about, all these, this coin that's going to go up. And I just said, look, for those people, ask them, give me a really good reason why they're going to go up. Tell me the fundamentals why it's going to go up. And then you find most of them stumble and not really sure why, right? Why they're actually investing into these things. But that's a money trap to avoid. Avoid putting your money into things that you don't understand. Avoid, buying into the hype of things that you hear on social media and all these people that are pushing these coins and these hot stock tips, because a lot of these people unfortunately have an agenda, a hidden agenda that they're not being really forthcoming about. So if you are going to invest, if you are looking to get into the markets or even into cryptocurrencies, make sure you do your own homework, do your own due diligence before you put your money into it. You work way too hard for your money, spending 8 to 9 hours a day at your job to be gambling it away on speculative investments, right? So, guys, yeah, if you hear about all these hype things, and if you're hearing about these hot coins and these hot stocks, if you really want to know, like learn a bit about it, then take your own time and do a bit of research into it. But more often than not, there's not a whole lot behind them, and you'll most likely lose money trying to get into them, right? So avoid speculative investing, stick to the basics, stick to the fundamentals, and learn how to invest properly. And finally, the last money trap to avoid, and again, this is one that has just come up more and more and more due to the environment that we're in, and one that I'm seeing a lot more of recently, and that's buying. I might actually get some flack for this one, and that's buying into these, get rich quick scheme courses, right? And what I'm talking about specifically is these day trading courses and these, Forex trading courses, right? Now, guys, I'm not saying that, the Forex market is a scam, right? Because it's not. It's a legitimate market, right? It's the largest market in the world. However, what I do feel like is a money trap is all of these gurus that are promising you financial freedom if you just pay for their 2-week course, right? If you just pay for their 5-day course, I'm going to teach you how to be financially free, and I'm going to teach you how to make money from your phone, right? Guys, Forex trading, it is not as easy as what they make it seem. All right. Now, again, I'm not so arrogant to just come out and blatantly say that for all traders lose money. I'm not so arrogant and full of hubris to say that Forex is a scam. You should never ever day trade, because you know what? I know for a fact there are a lot of people that are super successful in Forex trading, super successful in day trading. All right. But if you actually take the time and look and research into these people, most of them, if not all of them, will tell you that this is hard work, right? This is not some 2-week course that you're going to take and you're going to learn how to do this and you're going to be financially set free, right? They spend hours staring at their screens and they study. Most of these successful traders, those that are really genuinely trying to teach, they will teach a process. They have a rigorous process that they stick to and they adhere to, right? And that's how you don't lose money, is being consistent and being patient. Whether you're buying long-term or whether you're a day trader, it is important to have a process in place. And I just don't believe that these courses that these people are buying, right? And then of course, there's those ones that they say, buy into our 2-week course, and it's an ongoing, fee, but we can waive that fee for you if you go and recruit more people, right? And those aka MLM companies, right? Those multi-layer marketing companies, right? So those ones, right? So I mean, really, those types of courses, they're not actually telling you the truth, or not. They're giving you lofty expectations and they're promising you the world, but really they're not telling you the truth behind it. And that's why I feel like a lot of people do lose money getting into these Forex trading courses, right? Because a lot of them, they'll go into their, you'll take this course, you feel like you know the world, you start getting riskier and riskier and riskier with your trades, and then you lose money, and then they turn around and say that, and these are the type of people that will lose money and turn around and say that Forex is a scam. No, I don't believe Forex is a scam. I do believe a lot of these online gurus that are promising you, financial freedom if you just take their 2-week course, that I believe is a money trap that you definitely need to avoid. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I'm seeing this so much on my Instagram feed right now, right? On people that I follow, people that I kind of know. All of a sudden, I'm seeing them putting up day trading graphs, saying things like making money in minutes. It's so easy to make money in minutes. And, I literally I saw on someone's story, she literally just said, guys, I'm going to teach you how, I'm going to get you to financial freedom. Just give me 6 months. 6 months. Just give me. If it was really that easy, like really just take a step back. If it was really that easy, don't you think everyone would be doing it right now? Don't you think we would all be financially free right now? You know, if it just took 6 months of learning this secret course that just no one knew about this, right? That just happens to have just gone under the radar for the longest time, right? And all it takes is for you to do this course for like 2 weeks, and then 6 months later, you're financially free. And you can then start teaching everyone else how to become financially free in 6 months. I mean, God, just take a step back and just really be like, huh. I mean, right? It doesn't add up, right? I mean, the forex market has been around for a long time. The stock market has been around a long time. So these secrets that these guys are bringing, are apparently training to you or teaching you, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you believe it and you might do well, I know I wouldn't, but if you are doing well, then good for you. But, you know, it is unrealistic to preach to everyone else that they're going to have the same amount of success. Maybe you're the outlier, but, you know, for all of us, the average person, there's a big chance that we're going to lose money on this. So that is the last money trap that I wanted to go over today, and I feel personally that you should avoid. Now, of course, this is not financial advice. You know, it's all for entertainment, education purposes. You can do whatever the hell you want. Obviously, you can go and trade. You might make millions. I'm happy here just slowly trying to build wealth and hopefully teach some fundamentals to everyone else. But that's also the video for today, guys. Now, if you enjoyed the content, if you like this video in particular, again, be sure to like the video. If you enjoyed this type of content, do head over to my channel. I have plenty of videos like this just helping you get a little bit better with your money. All right, but until then, guys, I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.